Good morning. It's about like 1 o'clock. I wanted to kind of wait until I ate and settle down a little bit for the day. Woke up this morning. I stayed, I stayed at the Walmart where the old guy yelled at me or whatever, and he drove by again. He just kind of like squealed his tires past me in anger at about midnight when I was getting ready to go to bed. I think he was like, oh my God, he came back. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm out here. He didn't say anything to me, but I left a note on my window just saying, harassment is a crime. So, but nobody bothered me. Um, yeah, I don't know. Everything about yesterday, like, tried to make it a terrible day, but I just didn't care. I kind of was just like, whatever. Didn't matter. Yeah, but I stayed in that town yesterday near work just because some guy at work told me, he gave me an address, and he's like, hey, there's an apartment. It's a whole apartment, $350, everything included. And there's like a sign in the yard or something. And so I drove by. I wanted to drive by there in the morning because I didn't want to do it at night. It seemed sketchy. So I did it this morning, and there wasn't a sign. I couldn't find one. I don't think he lied to me. I just think maybe they already, I don't know, they're rented, or who knows. But I gave it my best shot. I couldn't find it. It sounded way too good to be true anyway. Um, yeah, work was kind of terrible yesterday too. My hands and everything hurt. If I play my sim rig for like 4, 5, 6 hours, this part of my neck right here hurts so bad. It's just on fire. Like I can barely move it, and I work that muscle, like whatever it is right here. Just, oh my God, it hurts so bad. But yeah, so I got approved for that apartment. Not really expected. It was like next day basically. Yeah, because I went on Thursday and then it was the next day. They were like, yeah, sure, fine, that's good. Like, so apparently, I don't know what my credit looks like because I don't really exist other than like I owe like one thing or something. Um, so I think the only time I could find myself on like was like Experian, and it was like 5 or 6. I can't remember, but I don't really like have anything. Yeah. My phone, because it's a ghetto phone company. I don't even think it's not like reported or whatever to the credit companies because it's technically prepaid, even though it's like, so you've had the same phone for like 4 or 5 years and you've paid on it consistent. It doesn't matter. It doesn't go towards my credit, but yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of stoked. I'm gonna go see it on Monday. Uh, See what it looks like. If it's not an absolute complete crap hole, and there's internet about internet and parking because I need at least one spot for my car that's not going to be towed because the parking there seems sketchy, and if my car just disappears, like, $250 to get it back or whatever is not okay. Like, and the Uber I'd have to take to get to it. So yeah, I'm hoping that I at least have one parking spot for myself, and then I just kind of want to look at it, see what it is, see what internet looks like. Yeah. Go look at it on Monday. It's Saturday, and I had to like double check. So I'm like, I don't feel like it's Saturday, but yeah. Um, oh my, okay, wait for that. I'll just work through the book now. Well, Black Cat Syndrome. So, I was working on a weird press with Psycho, and but also I was working with Bubbles all day, so that was cool. Um, it was okay. It was so loud that you wouldn't be able to talk to anyone in there anyway. And she's like screaming. At one point, I was like, "It's so fucking loud," and he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, I screamed it," and he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yep." But it's Black Cats. Black Cat. People think of Black Cats as like a bad omen or something or whatever. And I came up with Black Cat Syndrome yesterday because I asked him, I'm like, hey, do we break over here very often? He's like, no, not really. And so pretty much I had broken, not me, no, I didn't actually, but the machines had broken magically after I touched them. But again, I didn't actually break them, but they magically broke after I touched them. And I do mean magically because it just happens like that to me. Um, So I just touched him, and then he's like, two things that I've never seen happen, here have happened today. I'm like, yeah. I was like, you're welcome. At one point, we had like 45 minutes of downtime because we had no carpet, and I was like, look, man, after we came back from the first break, I was like, I can only do that trick once a day, man. All right, you just be thankful. So I don't know what it is, but it's like I'm clumsy, and if something can happen to someone, it's gonna happen to me. Like but somehow like I'll come out just fine. Like the whole house will be on fire or something, and then it's like I just like walk out and it's like I'm cool, man. Like I have this weird level of luck to me, but also terrible things happen around me, or like a terrible thing, like a really terrible thing should happen, and then it doesn't, which is kind of like the luck thing. But then also, I don't know, like I break things when I just touch them. Like that's like these are facts. Like I literally have learned that if I touch something, I will possibly just break it. And at work, I think it's because I don't really want to work and I don't want to be there. Just like subconsciously, I'm putting out the vibe in the world of like break the machine, break the machine. I'm not breaking it. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm putting the vibe out of breaking the machine, and then I break it. Well, it breaks itself. I don't break it. It just decides that it's unhappy. So I don't know. Yeah, black cat syndrome. I just thought it was funny. And yeah, I feel like that. Like I don't know. Just the weirdest thing will happen to me. So yeah. I felt pretty bad actually yesterday. I was running, which taught me another lesson where I shouldn't be running, but I'll forget that lesson next week. Don't worry. I ran, and there's like one of the water is just constantly leaking on my head as I'm walking around. But it was slippery on the floor, and so I slipped. And thankfully, I'm wearing boots, so where I would have hit my ankle like super hard on the press, I hit the front of my boot, which hurt and didn't feel great. But I got two pairs of socks on, and I'm wearing like leather boots, so I was pretty good there. And I slid real fast and real hard, like I just lost my balance and like and just started sliding. But I hit my like shin essentially. But again, it's in my boot. I hit my shin on like the press thingy or on the water jet machine, and then I like caught myself, and my wrist hurt a little bit. But I mean, dude, thankfully I didn't like get really injured. I mean, that was a serious fall. Like I easily could have died or just broken my arm or anything else. All types of terrible things could happen to me because I'm just clumsy. That's where it's like I don't really. The first time I rode an ATV by myself, I rolled a like 450, 500-pound ATV over. I broke some stuff in my chest. I like my nose was bleeding. I was coughing up blood. I didn't go to the doctor, obviously. Yeah, I messed myself up real bad. Like yeah, I was just trying to help my buddy take his tire off. Just trying to like show off too much or show I'm the big guy. I threw out my back, and I've had back problems for like 14 years now. Like that's just my personality. Yeah. A lot of the work program people, like temps, pretty much a lot of the Hispanic people, not all of them, because there were my normal homies and stuff there yesterday. But there were a lot of like work program people that just weren't there. And I don't know why, but I guess there's some issue with like one or two of the temp services. So second shift had like 20 people instead of like 60 people or something. So yeah, it was a little bit strange, and I didn't even really notice because sometimes some days it's like that. Some days the parking lot's empty, and Bubbles mentioned it to me. He's like, "You notice how there's nobody in here?" I'm like, "Nah, I guess." And then I started looking around. I'm like, "Yeah, dude, like nothing's running." And I'm running on a press that I never even run. I was like, I didn't even think about that. Well, I thought about that, but I just thought it was weird that nobody was there. So I guess there's some issues with the temp service, and me and him both kind of had the same idea where it was like, I was like, I don't care about the recession at all. It doesn't, but I don't care. It means nothing to me. As long as I don't lose my job, I find out lose my job, then I don't care at all. It's actually great for me. Like the worse things get, the better, opportunities I have, which sounds mean and horrible, but Like that's when you like dude, the most amount of money that people are gonna make like in the next 10, like until the next like horrible thing happens, is like pretty much right now and in the next 18 months. Like yeah, I don't know. Like there's gonna be some good buys and on things on Craigslist and all types of things. Like things are already kind of there. Like I'm seeing more and more houses, like foreclosure, not even foreclosure houses. People just want to get out of these houses. Like they want to get out from under them. I'm seeing more posted. Like I think I've seen 3 more since I checked last week. So yeah, like people are moving. People are trying to move things. Same thing with the V8. Any SUV, anything like that. People are trying to move a lot of these things, and it's just gonna get better as things get harder. Sadly, you know. I hate to say that, but yeah, like I kind of just hope things get really bad. I just hope the recession doesn't get bad enough that we lose our jobs. I don't think it'll matter. I mean, this company's been in business for a very long time making stuff for cars. I don't think that it'll really affect us, and I think we'll probably be the last people to go, just because it's because of our skin color. Yeah, we're American citizens, and like I don't know, at least a third of the entire workforce is like uh, people from Mexico and places like that. So I don't think I'll be going anywhere anytime soon. But even if I did, as long as I was like a full time employee, I don't really care. I've never, He's like, oh, I hope we don't get laid off. I'm like, dude, as long as we get like a severance, like a 6 month severance or something, like I'm chilling. Like, send me away, send me away. I'm happy, dude. Like, I didn't have I couldn't just hang out when COVID first hit. I couldn't just hang out like a lot of people got to do. Like, I've been hanging out for years. I don't deserve to just hang out and do whatever. But I'm saying like, I wasn't able to do that during COVID. I'd enjoy to just do that again. Even though I probably wouldn't do that. Like if they gave me a severance, I'd probably immediately just be like, all right, sweet. That money would just roll into my pocket, and then I would just find a new job. Like so, I just stack and stack and stack. Probably construction or I don't even care, but $18 to $24 an hour. Yeah, I'm pulling some points out of the book, but a lot of this is kind of just like all over the place. Da, da, da. Yeah, rough day at work. Yeah. That psycho rolled by last night, yeah, before I went to bed. Yeah. Didn't approach me. I had 6 thrift stores. I didn't really find anything other than like cool furniture that I can't really buy. Uh, I'm gonna come up with like a spending sheet and like projections, I guess, for like savings and stuff over the next year. Like I'll come up with that. Like after I settle in, maybe a month or two into the apartment, and I kind of just settle in. I'll kind of come up with like expenditures and like hopefully projections and stuff because I'd still like to save at least $15,000 this year. Yeah, I'd like to save $15,000 this year. I'm gonna make $2,400 a week on repeat. You know, for the next whatever 50, however many. I think it's 52 weeks in a year or something like that. I'm just gonna do that, like, so I can get a pretty good idea of what my money will be, at least the baseline, and yeah. So I'd kind of like to just aim for that because I want to have a house to work on or to just be mine in the next 2 years. Like I don't want to wait around too long. Yeah, I just keep grinding out money, and I also want to come up with the spending things for myself just to show myself because I'm so bad. Another thing I know is like me getting off the street is just like I'll save a lot of money just not like running around to thrift stores and like buying random stuff that I don't need. Like I don't need clothes. Like I have so many outfits. Like we're gonna be doing, you know, drifting sim videos and cowboy outfits and all types of goofy stuff. Like 50 different pairs of shoes and just stupid stuff. But I don't intend to really go out anymore or do anything. We're gonna stay inside, watch TV, and we're just gonna grind with all the rest of our time, like play games or try and make content, come up with ideas. I feel like I'll be okay with like maybe spending a little bit of money on camera or a few different things, but I don't know. Like maybe like a GoPro or something, but probably that'd be it. I'm not sure. I just need to come up with something to like capture. Well, actually, I probably need a capture card too. I don't know. I'll come up with something. We'll kind of like I'll kind of work through it. I have so much old footage where it's like I could just overlay uh, me talking over video game clips for about 12 hours. Like 12 hours of old gaming content. Um, with no audio other than just in-game audio. I'll figure out something. I mean, I don't want to spend much money. Like I'm not even sure if I don't think I'm gonna get a computer. I want a computer, and maybe if I find something insane on Craigslist that's not actually a scam, which isn't it? It's just so scary to deal with that. But if I find something insane that it's like, I got to get rid of my 3080, Ti, and it's got like a 12999K or a 13999K because I don't know CPUs or anything. I don't even really know computers. If it's got all that stuff or whatever, and it's like I got like 48, gigs of RAM. I know you can have 48 would be a very weird setup. I don't know how you would achieve 48, but yeah, and just a really highly spec computer. Then I might pull the trigger on that for like $500 to $800, but it'd have to be like spicy unit. Spicy unit. Because I'm not gonna spend $1,500 to build one, or even $1,000 to build one. I shouldn't do that. And again, unless like something crazy happens with the market. But yeah, I'm gonna stack money and try not to spend money on anything. I want the house. When I have the house, it's like I can put money into the house. There's so many things. Like I don't know what I want to do. I want to make content. I want to do a lot of different things. So we're gonna work on that, I guess. Like it's something I've always wanted to do. I've been wanting to do it for many years now. And we can do some hack work at making content, as I already have. But yeah. I think like 10K is about like the minimum for hunting for a house. Like 10K get me something in Akron or Canton, like the hood, and absolutely busted. 10K gets me that. 20 to 30 probably gets me, possibly a finished house in the hood. Um, or maybe finished house in the probably not finished house, but like busted house in the country type thing. So we'll just kind of see, and then I don't know enough about building or anything. I wish I knew more about it. Maybe I'll like try and get like a quote from someone at some point. But I would also have to get a lot of land. There's not a lot. There's lots of land for sale in town. So who knows? But again, it's all just like for like $10,000 to $20,000 in my pocket. It's kind of just like, what are we talking about? Like, can't really do anything. Or my credit's good enough that $10,000 gets me like a $50,000 house. Yeah. So I don't know. I need to build my credit up. That's part of it. Yeah, I even put down here. I need to buckle down real bad, but no promises, because I just know myself. Like I'm not gonna like box myself in. Like who knows what I'm gonna do? Maybe I'll be like, no, I need these things now, and I'll buy things for myself. Who knows? Um, I'm not too sure how I'll move in or when I'll move in, because like my thing's paid through February, so I don't know. Maybe I'll call and ask if I can get prorated a month if I moved out, but I'm not too sure if I will like be prorated a month. So we'll see about that. Like I say, unless it's actually a crap hole, or there's like something really wrong with this living situation, or there's no internet or something, like I'm just gonna pull the trigger. I have the money. Like I'm not worried about the money. I made half of what I'm gonna spend this week, like back. So, yeah, I wish I had an SUV just so I can move furniture, obviously, because there's not a lot I can fit in here. Kind of sucks. Yeah. Um. I said I want to start eyeing up expensive BMX bikes, which I don't really need. I don't even know if I really ride, because I bought one when I lived in Wellington, but then I didn't ride anywhere. But maybe if I'm riding back and forth to work, it'd be more motivating. I'm really not sure. Oh, me and Bubbles have the same idea of like 10 years at a good job to retire. He's 45. He wants to retire at 55. I couldn't tell how old he was. He could have told me it was 60. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. But that's a long time. Like, I don't know. And I'd like more. Like I'd like more money. And the bank statement that I gave to the people for apartment approval or whatever, it was like a goofy statement that had like my Veraheel medical thing on it and a bunch of others, and just like a bunch of thrift store buying and stuff. And they're probably just like, well, clearly he has money. Yeah, a bunch of goofy stuff on it. So. Yeah, that's everything from the book and a bunch of random bullcrap I kept running on about as I went through. So, hope everyone has a good day. I'm just gonna hang out here. Today's Saturday. I'm gonna take a shower. I still haven't taken a shower since Wednesday night. Again, I wanted to check out, see if that too good to be true apartment was there or not. But yeah. Oh well. Either way, I'm getting off the street. I'm tired of it. This apartment makes sense. The economy is crashing, and realistically, I don't really care that much. I'll write it off if I need to. I'll just like go away. It's not like my credit's good right now anyway. Again, I don't really want to mess up my rental history, but at the same time, like in a pinch or in whatever, like I do what I need to do. Like I'm here now, instead of in a ditch somewhere or in jail, because I've done what I had to do when I had to do it, and I found the way. So. I don't know. Again, the next thing, like, other than this apartment, like, I don't really see me getting another apartment. I don't see me getting another apartment after this. I just don't see it. Like, if I have $10,000 or $15,000, and hopefully my credit's better than it is now, or more, it's like impossible to find me on all the credit websites except for one of them. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But I don't see me getting into another apartment. I see the next thing that I get being my own thing, and yeah. Hopefully it'll be nice. Hopefully it won't be an absolute crap hole. But sadly, I've started out living in crap holes, and then lived in the suburbs with my grandpa, and then went back all the way down to the bottom, and still pretty down there at the bottom. But hopefully we can at least get to like lower middle class or something, you know what I mean? Like at least be lower middle class in 5 years. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop droning on. I'm gonna let this upload. Just hang out for the day. Hope everyone has a good day. See you guys.